But I will put you out there in that hot box now. I'll put you out there for about 4 or 5 days now. But you done good now. You done clean the big house. You done cleaned up real nice now. Go outside, get you a little bit of daddy's pipe now. Cup of smoke. You can come on back in and do the floors now, child. You lucky you get extra diesel tonight.
Man in Florida kills his wife, shoots his 13-year-old stepdaughter in the face before taking his own life. In Polk County this week, 47-year-old Jason Kennedy allegedly acted after his wife, Crystal, suggested he watch something else other than football on Sunday. Reports today say that during the altercation, Crystal told her 12-year-old son to call 911, prompting him to run to the neighbor's house. When officials arrived, deputies found Crystal with a gunshot wound to the head, and her 13-year-old daughter shot in the face and shoulder. The teen survived and recounted the horrifying series of events. Officials also found the couple's 1-year-old asleep in her crib.
Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect, and much respect to the brothers pushing this word on the four winds of the earth. And shalom to you few sincere sisters out there as well. This is Brother Ariyah coming at you with another lesson. A little quick cut here. And that first video was old. First time I seen it, I believe. So many videos come across the feed. It's hard to remember all of them, but that's how Esau feels about you so-called black women, you know? It's like a fetish, if you will, you know? He's in there in the house treating her like a slave and talking to her like he's her slave master, you know? And for you women that, you know, love Edomite men, which all so-called white men are not Edomites. You know, some of them are, you know, Israelites or of other nations, okay? So not all so-called white men are Edomites. But for you women that, you know, like to deal with these men with the Edomite spirit, I'll say that, you can only expect to get hatred, okay, disrespect, and ultimately death, right? Just like it says here, a white man admits to shooting a black fiance in the head and staying with her corpse for 3 days until finally fleeing due to a very foul smell. That's Edomite activity all day. You know, shooting a woman in the head and then laying with her. Like, that's Edomite activity all day. You know, he probably did other unspeakable things while he was laying next to her. You know, but that's how Edomites get down. Very vile. Here's another one. A white male IDs as Douglas Irwin Shaw arrested for murdering innocent black woman. Okay, Renia Lewis, and chopped her body up and hid her in a secret attic. All right, this is how these Edomite men actually feel about you. Okay, but like the scriptures say, a lot of you so-called black women are out there trimming your ways to seek love. That's what you're doing, and you're under that Christianity spell where you feel like everyone is equal and everyone is the same, and you know the Lord, you know, or in your case, God loves everyone, and that's just not true. You know, the scriptures speak of the Lord hating Esau. Okay, and you know, a lot of you so-called black women just don't understand that, so then you set yourself up for failure by getting with the enemy. Okay. And that video I played, the news video, that was a so-called Edomite man that, because I don't know if he's Edomite or not, but he appears to be an Edomite who was with a so-called black woman, and he killed her and shot her daughter in the face over an NFL argument, arguing over football. You know, probably their opposing teams was playing each other, and, you know, a heated argument came about. And, you know, he had the idea to just, you know, kill her and then try to kill his daughter, or try to kill her daughter as well. You know, these Edomites hate you. The scriptures speak about it on Ezekiel 35, okay, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Okay? A perpetual hatred. Perpetual meaning what? Okay, never ending or changing. That's what perpetual actually means. Okay, that hatred that never changes and it never ends. Okay? So you so-called black women are setting yourselves up for failure. Okay? You're actually bed wenches, man, if you will. You know, sleeping like that movie Julia Roberts played in. You're sleeping with the enemy, man. But at the end of the day, they treat us like we're the enemy, okay? But we're the only ones that would, well, not no more, but at some point in time would be the only ones that would stand up for you and try to protect you. But now you've shown that you are indeed our enemy and you are against us. The brother GMS Watchman had brought out a video a month ago about some woman speaking about she wanted white men to pretty much annihilate all the black men. You know? But when this society collapses, a lot of you women are going, like I always say, you're going to be the primary target, man. You and your children. And it's going to be Edomites that's going to be coming after y'all. Okay? Because you're the easy one to take captive. Okay? So these Edomites are going to be coming after you. You're going to be sex slaves. Okay? You're going to be all types of slaves. You're going to be used up and abused up. Okay? And the Lord is definitely going to make you feel it, okay? For all the bullshit that you talk and all of the, disrespect that you spew out of your mouth, okay? And this is nothing more than judgments from the Lord, okay? These are 3 judgments, actually, from the Lord, man, okay? And, once again, Esau hates you. So Genesis 27:41 is not just for so-called Israelite men, it's for you women as well. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. Okay? And he seeks to slay you women as well, not just us men. But you try to set up some type of bond with these Edomites. And, me working in clubs and bars again, I see it all the time. Because, where I work at is mostly Edomites. And I see it when, so-called black women come in, they coming in looking for Edomite men, and they don't pray. They don't pay brothers any mind. They looking for an Edomite man, not knowing that they are actually looking for the enemy. And these Edomite men don't give a fuck about you and don't care about you at all. And, at the end, a lot of you are going to witness that, okay? Not only witness it, but you're going to go through it. You're going to experience that perpetual hatred, okay? And you see a lot of you Israelite women are treated like this behind closed doors when you lay up with the devil, man, okay? Treated like this, just like the video I had, and Jake is finished. You see that so-called black woman on the floor eating with dogs, man. What do you see? Esau, pouring the dog food into the bowl for her to eat, and she's eating with dogs, man. It's a certain spirit that I believe enters a woman when she starts dealing with an Edomite on an intimate level. Okay, and she loses all respect for herself because she's so eager to please, this unseasoned chicken cutlet, and she ends up losing herself and losing her identity, man. I've seen it so many times, and it's really a sickness, man. Okay, it really is. And this woman put here beautiful, and congratulations to them, especially when so many brothers are struggling with identity, passport, skin tone, bringing things to the table, etc., etc. She leveled up. And I don't know if this was that she was joking or she was dead serious. Okay, but a lot of these women feel like being with an Edomite man is a level up, if you will. And it's not. And you're going to find that out soon when this kingdom completely crashes down to the ground. Okay, and then the men of the Lord start to take over. Then you're going to see. But like I always say, when you out there looking for protection, you will find none, and you will be rejected in that day. You will be rejected, okay? And Esau's going to do whatever he will with you, and no one's going to come and help you. No one's going to look for you, and no one is going to try and save you. We coming into some crazy times now. Things are about to get horrible. Things are going to take a turn for the worse. So if you're watching this video and you into Edomite men, I strongly suggest that you, switch up your thinking, which I call stinking thinking. You need to switch that up and reconsider what you're doing, because it could cost you your life. Shalom.